Welcome to Honors Algebra 2. My name is Alyssa Weiss, and I am your student's teacher this semester. In period 4, we have a paraeducator with our class, Mr. Doan. In period 7, it is just me with your students. So I'm going to start here with our MyMCPS Classroom homepage. And in the center, I want to actually start at the bottom and work my way up. We have this remind code, which is an easy way for me to send the students a quick video for extra help that I find that they all might need, or a quick reminder. And you're welcome to sign up to get those same notifications as well. You can follow the directions there. And if you want to email me, you can click this button to send me an email directly to my school account, and I will write you back within 24 hours. Working our way up, this daily class notes button is a link out to a Google Drive. And you and your student can bookmark this folder. It's going to be the same for the first semester. And you'll see here the daily class notes posted. And because there are some classes that have A day and some classes that have B day, you'll see a repeat of the posting since students have classes on different days. And now the Honors Algebra 2 team of teachers, there's 4 of us. We work really well together and we all have certain jobs. So you'll see Miss Strauss's name as posting the files here because that's her job. She is the daily notes poster. But we all use the same notes on the same day with the same homework and the same assessments. So if your student has friends with one of the other teachers, they can still work together. They can still help each other and call each other with questions because we are all doing exactly the same material. So if we open one of these files, what you're going to see is everything that we wrote in class that day. So you can see the handwriting of the teacher. And as we scroll down, anything that we shared on our screen is here for the students to refer back to. So if they missed something in class or something went too quickly, they can come here and check their class notes with what we've shared on the board. And then there's the homework, and the very last page or 2 of this file is the homework answers. And we've told the students that every night or every day that you have your homework, you have to check your answers when you're finished. And it's important to know which ones you have problems with and want to ask questions on, because at the next live class, the first thing we're going to do after the warm-up is say, what homework questions do you have? And we will answer and go over some of the homework questions. So students need to be prepared by checking their answers to know which ones they have questions on. And you can see they can, as we go on with the school days, they will be listed here by date so that the students can easily find which one corresponds with what they're working on. So speaking of homework and grades, if you click on feedback and grades, it will take you to the grades that are posted here in Canvas. And they will be the same exact grades that you see in parent view or student view, but the awesome thing about grading in Canvas is I can write on your students' submissions and I can give them comments and feedback right here. So they should have their notifications turned on for submission comments so that when I give them feedback to their homework or their quizzes, they can come back to that assignment and see what I wrote or what I asked so that they can reflect on that, especially if it's a homework assignment before they take the quiz. I'm going to save modules and assignments for last because that's the most important part of our class here online. Announcements is any old a list of the announcements I've sent out through my MCPS classroom, and the syllabus you can read through. It explains our class policies, that we are going to use breakout rooms with Zoom, and you can just see some basic information there. So with modules and assignments, this is where all of our coursework is going to be listed. We're going to organize the topics by units and topics. So right now we're in Unit 1, Topic 1. At the top I have a link again to the daily class notes because I want your students going there often to be able to check their work. And in the module, this first week we needed some graph paper. So we put graph paper here for if your student wanted to print that out and have it in their notebook. And then we have the first day homework. And you can see underneath the due date for that homework. So I'm going to click that. And at the top it tells you when it's due. It's 1 point because we grade homework for completion. It's going to submit a file, and they get 1 attempt. They have unlimited attempts to submit it. So if I give them feedback, sometimes I can't see their picture well, it's blurry, I'll ask them to please resubmit it. So they can see the homework problems here by downloading this PDF, or they can click the magnifying glass to preview the problems here on the screen. So students can either print the paper or they can just write the problems down. They do have to show their work clearly, and then they're going to take a picture to submit their assignment. So it's really important for our class that your student has a dedicated notebook for math, whether it be a spiral notebook, a composition notebook, a binder of paper, something where they have a dedicated place for all of their math materials. So after they do their homework, they have a few options for submitting it. They can take a picture with their phone and submit it through the Canvas student app right to this assignment. The first week I had students holding up their paper to their Chromebook so that they could take a screenshot and submit it that way. I had students scan their work. So they have all been successful at uploading an assignment to our homework. And then again, here's the link to the daily class notes, so it makes it easy for them to check their work. Over the years of teaching this class, we've compiled a lot of videos of us teaching the lessons, whether they were for substitute days or for extra help. So if we have any of those videos, we're going to include them here in the module. So day 2 video corresponds with the day 2 homework. It is completely optional for your student to watch the video, but if they find they need extra help, here is a video of either usually Ms. Strauss or I teaching that lesson so that they can hear it again. They can also watch the Zoom recording again, and I will show you where they can find that. So we have a second homework and then a quiz. So every week the assignments your student is going to have are 2 asynchronous homework assignments. They can either complete them in the evenings like they traditionally would with school, or on that Wednesday check-in day when they have less classes to attend. And then at the end of the week they'll have a quiz to complete. And in the quiz name, it'll tell them which topics it's covering. So this first quiz is covering the first 2 days. Obviously, we've only had 2 days of school. But if you look at the second week quiz, it's going to cover all of the topics starting back with the first one. So it will be cumulative as we go. So your students need to pay attention that when they're studying or when they're reviewing, they need to know, okay, this quiz is going to cover everything since the first day of school. I need to have my brain ready to access that material all the way back from the beginning. The quiz is locked until the afternoon of their class day. So if a student has their class on the A day, they can access the quiz Thursday afternoon, and it is due Sunday. If a quiz has class on a B day, their quiz is available Friday afternoon, and it is due Monday. It is a timed quiz. So this quiz is unlocked because we're within that range of, we've already had the second class of the week. So you can see again at the top, it'll tell your student when it's due, and there is a time limit. So they will not have unlimited time to complete these assessments. If your student has an accommodation of extended time, that will already be built in for them when they start their quiz. The title of this quiz does not have an R at the end, meaning it is not reassessable. If you ever see a quiz that has a -R at the end, that will be a quiz that your student can take more than one time. So we tell them here again, it has a 30-minute time limit and it's not reassessable, and then they take the quiz. So we've built in enough time for the students to have to write work down on paper and then come back to the computer and answer it, but it's just not unlimited. And then as you can go through the second week, you can see the same setup. Any help video is there, a homework, and then the quiz at the end of the week. Your students have been accessing the Zoom for our class by going to Zoom links and joining their period. We do have student check-in times. On the afternoon of an A day at 2:45, I'm available to help them, or at their dedicated class period time on Wednesdays if it's a normal 5-day week. So they access that Zoom by joining here. Also, in this cloud recording tab is where they will find the recordings of their class. So if they're ever absent, they can watch the entire recording here. If they miss something and they want to hear it again, or they want to see me doing the work again, they can access the video. They're here and available to them for 3 days. I have the recording settings set such that it's only recording the screen share and voices. Their student videos from the Zoom videos are not going to be shown in the recordings. It's just what I'm writing on the screen and any voice that is heard. So if you have any questions for me or you would like to tell me anything about your student, please email me. I look forward to hearing from you. Besides teaching Honors Algebra 2 at QO, I also teach pre-calculus and calculus with applications.